Okay, here we go. Doctor Who, episode 4. Doctor's finally done it. She's brought her companions home safe and sound, and it's clear that while she's happy to accomplish that, she's sad at the very idea of losing the first people that she has come into contact with since her regeneration. So the doctor's quick to jump on the chance to go to Yaz's for tea and acts overly excited about it. Um, the doctor is cute. She's really, really cute. I love that her attempts at small talk with Yaz's family are just ridiculous, because that's exactly who the doctor is. The doctor is ridiculous, and she thinks she's pulling it off, only of course to be told that she's not. So I really kind of enjoyed that aspect of it, and I find that I am really, really liking Jodie Whittaker as the doctor. Um, I was a little worried about it at first, when I first heard that she had who was cast as a doctor, but now I couldn't imagine a more perfect choice, and I am gloriously in love with the new doctor, and I want her outfit, and I want her sonic screwdriver. Just amazing. All right, so other than doctor worship, we actually have to talk about the episode. So one of my biggest complaints with Doctor Who so far has been the character of Yaz, because I feel like she's sort of been on the outside of everything, and this time we get to see a little bit more of her. We get to meet her mother, her sister, and her father, and get a little bit of semblance of what her home life is like. She's bickering with her sister. Her mother is prying into her private life, wanting to know um, who she's dating and making assumptions. And it's very typical. It's very normal. It's actually kind of nice. Um, it's an easy grounding in who Yaz is and the life she led before the TARDIS fell into her path, right? Um, Graham goes home and he's still mourning and full of pain, and he's smelling codes, and he's imagining that he's seeing his dead wife, and he's clearly having a lot more difficulty than his, we're just going to call it, adopted grandson. Okay. Um my big issue is, at the end of the day, they talk about um when the big mystery is all wrapped up, which I'm going to get back to. I'm just trying to avoid it because I have a thing with spiders. Um, it comes down time for the doctor to say goodbye, and they all decide that they want to travel with her. Big surprise, no spoiler alert needed. Who would not agree to just go traveling the universe with the doctor? I'd be gone, especially knowing that you could return within half an hour of where you left. But this time, what I found interesting about it is the doctor made it clear that she couldn't promise to keep them safe. That's new. And then the doctor warned them that when they returned, they wouldn't be the same people. That's new. And then the doctor said, be really, really sure about your decision. That's new. Hmm. Here's the thing, the doctor's always pretty much just asked people to run away and have an adventure. The doctor's never really warned people about the horrors that happen in time and space, or how it changes them, or any of these things, or even remotely suggested that this may not end well to the people that they travel with. It's almost like the doctor, while she's much more lighthearted than Capaldi, obviously. I mean, let's be fair. It wouldn't be hard to be more lighthearted than Capaldi. All this loss, I feel, has caught up with her. Yes, everything is brand new and fresh, but there's still this loss that she hasn't been able to shake. Because why else would she warn them, I could lose you? That's not something the doctor has ever really been willing to contemplate before. And I found it interesting. It was really sort of an offhanded thing that they snuck in there at the end. But to me, that's a sign of more The Doctor evolving even more, realizing that they, no matter how clever they are, have limitations. And these limitations look like the people that they've lost along the way. Um, so there's that. And I also like the idea that it's going to change them. And it's true. Everyone who's ever traveled with a doctor, with the exception of Donna because her memories were wiped, has changed in some real and significant ways. So I'm wondering how we're going to see that play out in the companions in the seasons to come. I was, however, disturbed by the fact that Yaz's reason for wanting to travel was, yeah, my family annoys me. Really? That's your reason? Your family annoys you? Your family's like every other family. What do you mean they annoy you? Whereas with the other two, it sort of makes sense. One is in a dead end job, and the other is mourning the passing of their partner. They both should be in mourning. You know, for Ryan, I think some of it is avoidance because, he's upset that his father said he was his proper family and come and live with me. So there is a little bit of avoidance, but clearly he's not in the same sort of mourning state as Graham. And Graham wanting to run away because he doesn't want to mourn because it's too painful because he wants to forget everything that makes sense to me. That really makes sense to me. It's Yaz once again who doesn't make sense, who doesn't fit into this mold. She has a happy family, she has a career that she is pursuing, she has goals for herself, but yeah, she's just going to run off because my family annoys me. When are they going to do something real with her character? I'm not at all pleased with this. Anyway, the main episode itself is about spiders and, of course, a man running for election in 2020 because he hates Donald Trump and he's a corrupt business owner. He builds hotels. It's like super on the nose, and um, it's basically a stab in the fact that you ignore the environment and we pay the price, right? This was just dumping things tossed together, and next thing you know, we have giant killer spiders, right? And here's this man who asserted his right to everything based in his privilege, based in his wealth, was happy to sacrifice everything and anyone, look for reasons to use plausible deniability. No, it wasn't me. I didn't know, so I'm not responsible. I pay other people. But yet he was terrified. I mean, there was a panic room in every hotel that he built, right? Um, I didn't think Christopher Noth would ever play a character that I truly couldn't stand, but hey, there's a first time for everything. I hated the spider thing largely because I hate spiders and I ended up covering my eyes through parts of it. You don't get to judge me. You do not get to judge me. Okay, that shit with the spiders was wrong. And I'd like to point out again that this is the second time, Doctor Who's gone real scary. First we had the alien with the teeth, and now we have the giant spiders. Not cool, Chris Chibnall. Um, so yeah, I think it's trying to deal with real world issues, hence Chris Noth's character as this dislikable hotel magnate who puts profit above everyone else. We know who that's really supposed to be. It was sort of an over the top caricature that quickly became annoying. That's what I found. There wasn't very much nuance to it at all, and it was like being hit over the head with a hammer. I don't think Who viewers are so slow that we need such a heavy axe waving in front of our face to basically get the point. Um, yeah, environmental protections exist for a reason. One. Two, you shouldn't just dump your garbage anywhere. Three, if you're going to experiment on shit, make sure you put your stuff away properly. Got it, and got it. Um, So yeah, I actually found that part, like dealing with that character specifically, um, very uninteresting, and I really wanted him off my screen, despite the fact that I like Chris Noth as an actor. So I think they're going off world next episode. I'm really kind of hoping um, that they spend a lot of time doing that this season because it makes Doctor Who more interesting. And they need to really stop trying to relate to current day because if this is the best they can do, that is not going to work. It's going to get old really, really fast and suck the joy out of our new Doctor.